Good day. It's Moonbeam Honeysuckle Smith coming to you from the Jacksonville North St. Mary's KOA in Kingsland, Georgia. So yeah, it's the first time I've taken my rig out, tested it out, spending 2 nights here. Last night it did get pretty chilly. Definitely used a lot of propane for the furnace, so note taken. Going to be buying a space heater. But yeah, yesterday it took me a minute to kind of figure out how to plug in my power cord into the back of my rig. I figured that out. I got a dog bone to plug into the 50 amp, and then my surge protector thing that's 30 amp, just because people have told me that 50 amp is a little bit more stable. And of course it took me a couple tries to figure out how to hook up the water, put the filter on backwards. There's all this black charcoal stuff going everywhere, and finally I figured out that I was doing it the wrong way. And then also the little flexi hose thing that came with the water filters I'd bought, the seal on it wasn't so good, so it had water squirting all over. Now granted, they have a backflush valve on their faucets here, as ordered by the county, so that could have been part of it as well. I ended up having to use a couple little leveling blocks, just because it was kind of mine's kind of like a downhill slope, and I'm around all these big Class A's, and they all have self-leveling, all these fancy dancy techniques, and I'm like, I got my little leveling blocks. So far, the only major issue I see, other than needing a little space heater instead of using the propane, is with these fake wheel covers that they put on these things. Makes it really hard to get to the valve stems for the tires for putting air in, which I ended up ordering a Viair air compressor, so I should be getting that soon. So I got water and electric only over here, except there's a yapping dog in a neighboring property. A lot of seasonal folks. It was pretty quiet, actually, not being too far from 95. It's actually pretty quiet. And in the tent area, and of course, dump station area. They have a bouncy thing that kids are playing on. And check this out, this cool pool area. Of course, it's a little too chilly for that. '95 is just right there. You can see the truck. I like a little tiki bar. Cell tower right there. There's the main building. They got a propane tank. I know they can fill smaller ones. Not sure about your motorhome ones. Also have these teepees you can rent. We've got 2 sets of bathrooms. The one that's kind of in the middle of the campground, and one over by the office, both with showers. It's a little chilly in there this morning though. I went in there to use the facilities instead of mine, and yeah, I felt like the AC was on. Oh, and they do have a 24-hour fitness room here. You just have to register up at the main, at the office to be able to use it, probably for liability reasons. But yeah, lots of little cabins and stuff. I mean, other than the drone of 95, it's actually pretty quiet here. Not too many kids. I mean, there definitely are things for the kids to do. They have one of those little bucket train things that get pulled probably by a tractor, but like I said, it's in the 50s. We're out, etc. Looks like they got some ellipticals, probably treadmills and bikes. Oh yeah, and they also got a laundry room 24 hours. It's like $2 for 30 minutes. Can't really see. Oh, there you can see a little bit. Some treadmill, some weights, some recumbent bike, a spin bike. Oh, they got one of those table things inversion table. So I'm sitting here on a dinette. I now understand why everybody changes these things out, because I'm having to use the crappy pillow that came with this thing. My mother's over here cracking up. I told her to not say anything while I'm recording, because she's not part of my YouTube channel, and I'm waiting for her to snort or something. Oh man, and all we've been doing is drinking water all day. And well, she's had 5 cups of hot tea, and I've had a cup of coffee and some orange juice. But yeah, these Here, little dinettes. Oh yeah, look at what I did. See, I have this gray curtain that used to be in my apartment when I lived on base in Maryland, and it's totally sideways, but I'm using it as a privacy shade. Hey, yay, okay, later. Well, Mom and I survived our little 2-day excursion in the RV. Definitely know I need a step up, a little heater, ceramic heater, so we don't eat up all of the propane. And I still need to add the vent covers to the outside and stuff. But I may build myself a little PVC pipe thing that I can attach to a bumper for the sewer hose instead of the way I have it in a Tupperware kind of big container right now. But got air in the tires, learned how to remove the cosmetic wheel covers. They're there for aesthetics, really. But yeah, I was successful, so we're unpacking now. Got to run back out there a little bit later, a couple more weeks, week and a half, and I'll be driving it north. Definitely a lot different than driving even a normal pickup truck. I've driven a 15-passenger van before, and steering on it is really loose compared to, a normal passenger car. Of course, it was windy and I have this huge bridge to cross, but no, we made it home safe, learned a bit, and I'll continue learning. Gonna make some more improvements.